I rarely make videos this late, but the NBA trade deadline has kept me awake. It's almost 2 a.m. and trades have been happening up until about an hour or so ago. Now, I'm going to try to get through this because I'm not going to lie to you. I've messed up this take many times because I'm dead tired, but we here. We got to talk about it. So, first things first, the big elephant in the room. Jimmy Butler finally got moved. See, what I was planning on doing is just waiting for the NBA trade deadline to like just finish so I can talk about all the trades. But I mean, the last couple hours has been kind of buzzing. So, first things first, Jimmy Butler is moving and he's going to the Golden State Warriors for Andrew Wiggins. Now, there's more to that trade, but that's like the two key figures in that trade because Warriors fans were definitely worried about having to lose Andrew Wiggins for a player. And I'm not going to lie, Andrew Wiggins has done so much for that organization, right? So much dirty work for the organization, has went through so much, and it sucks to see him go, but I respect Golden State for realizing they have Steph Curry, who's still playing at a very high level, and he needs help, and they got him some help. And if I'm not mistaken, Jimmy Butler, Steph Curry, and Draymond Green's contracts are all up at the same time or around the same time. So they have about a 2.5-year window to get this playoff push, this late playoff push to hopefully results in a championship. The first for Jimmy Butler and number 5 for Curry and Draymond, if I'm not mistaken, 5. So 4 or 5. But yeah, I'm just this is a very interesting trade, right? Because obviously, why this trade even matters? Because at first reports were saying, oh, Jimmy does not want to go to Golden State. Oh, he doesn't want to go to this. He only wants to go to Phoenix, Arizona. He doesn't want to. He's not going to sign an extension with anybody else. It has to be Arizona. And Bradley Beal said hell no and messed up and changed the course of NBA history by having the most ridiculous contract I've ever seen for a player like Bradley Beal. And I believe Jimmy Butler signed an extension that is 2 years worth 121 million, if I'm not mistaken, which is again crazy. Crazy, but good for Jimmy. That means they locked him down and he's willing to commit to this team, and that means great things for Golden State because it means, hey, this year's a little shaky. This year's really shaky. I think they're like the 10th seed right now. Even with Jimmy Butler, that push, that second half of the season push, is going to be with a lot of players who are older and have injuries. Is going to be really interesting to see if they can even finish the season healthy. Again, how much they have to climb up in the standings now, it'll be interesting to see if they're healthy, but somehow the Warriors still keep Jonathan Kuminga, Brandon Pozinski, Gary Payton II, Looney, Draymond. I mean, they kept a lot more players than I thought. Kyle Anderson's gone. Dennis Schroeder, who compared the NBA trade deadline to slavery, is now in Utah, which is hilarious. And I think they lost Lindy Waters as well. And I think I already said Kyle Anderson, but Kyle Anderson's gone. So they've lost some pieces, of course, with Andrew Wiggins. And yeah, but I like this trade for the Warriors simply because they needed to do something. They started really hot, young talent mixed with Curry and everybody. It just didn't pan out, and they have astronomically dropped. I mean, I've not seen a drop off this bad in the NBA ever. I don't know. The drop offs has been bad. They were like the third seed, and then dropped to like the 9th, 10th seed. They haven't really moved from there. And they even suffered a really bad loss tonight, actually. Like a really bad loss where I think they got outscored 20-6 in the fourth to lose. In the game, they pretty much had clinched with 3 minutes left, so that's embarrassing. So I don't know if Jimmy Butler's going to help that, but I know for a fact that a locker room with Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green is going to get the most out of their players. I just have a feeling that the two of them, especially Jimmy Butler, who is like really hungry for a championship, really hungry to prove himself and just play basketball, have to find his joy again in basketball. I think he's ready to ball. I think he's ready to play. I think he's really excited about playing with a like-minded player like Draymond Green and a championship winner and great teammate in Steph Curry. I think he's really revitalized. I think this is in his opinion, the second best option that he could have had when it comes to trades. So hopefully he plays like that, and if he wants a championship opportunity again, because he's been to a couple finals, he's gonna have to really play in that role where it's like, yo, we need another shot creator, we need some defense, and we need some dog, and you have to have all three, and he's gonna have all three. I really believe Jimmy Butler still has basketball left. I just think it got really weird, like really weird with Miami and Pat Riley. Another trade that I did not expect is the Pelicans trading Brandon Ingram to the Toronto Raptors. I'm very disappointed in this for BI personally. Now, I actually like pairing him up with Scotty Barnes, and I think it could be really good. I guess it's the fan of me that's being a little selfish. Is it the sexiest trade for him? No. Like there are more appealing trades for just general fans of the game, or at least fans of basketball, or fans of Brandon Ingram to go. You know, you would have liked to see him in Golden State. You would like to see him in Phoenix, maybe. You would like to see him in some other situations. Maybe not Phoenix is bad, but definitely Golden State, or like seeing him on a different team. I think the Pelicans have been wasting him for years. Part of it is because Zion is very unserious. And yeah, Zion Williamson is very unserious. So the Raptors, it's going to take a lot for the Raptors to be competitive, like a player in the East. But this is a great pick up for them, and is trending in the right direction. I'm also surprised. I feel like that's a really low, because they got Brandon Ingram for Bruce Brown Jr., Kelly Olynyk, 1 first-round pick, and 1 second-rounder. That seems really cheap for Brandon Ingram. He's not bad at all. Like, that's a really good shot creator. That's why I wanted him in Golden State or in Charlotte with Lamar. There's teams that could have used him. But this is a great pickup for the Raptors, and that was a really low asking price, in my opinion. That's all the Pelicans wanted for. I know he's not their franchise player, but really, like. But the Pelicans are this. This right here proves to me the Pelicans are in full rebuild mode, and yeah, Brandon Ingram. I mean, one rebuild team to another. That kind of sucks, but. I hope for the best for him, because I think he's a really cool player. I actually really like his mentality to the game of basketball. And he'll get more opportunities definitely in Toronto, but there's other teams that I feel like he could have been better in. And then this was shocking. I think this was like one of the last trades of the night. This was a very shocking trade for me. The Los Angeles Lakers are trading Dalton Knecht, Cam Reddish, and a 2031 unprotected first-round pick and a 2030 pick swap to the Charlotte Hornets for center Mike Williams. Or Mark Williams. I said Mike. I had it in my head. It's really late. My bad. Mark Williams. I actually like Mark Williams' game. I have not watched that much Charlotte Hornets basketball, but from the highlights and then from the 1 or 2 games I've seen this year, not bad. Not bad at all. Because Dalton Knecht is their rookie. I think isn't he their first round? He's a rookie, and I really like his game. And with JJ Redick as his coach, I just thought the ceiling was going to be, again, to be JJ Redick is definitely it's not easy as it sounds. But I thought with JJ Redick's tutelage, we could see Dalton Knecht kind of fill into that JJ Redick-esque player for this team, especially on a LeBron James team that really loves that hot, streaky 3-point shooting ability from certain players for the driving kicks and stuff, and I just really thought Dalton Knecht was going to stay on that team. And I honestly, to be honest, when it comes back to the Luka trade, which I haven't even talked about, but I feel like this video's already long enough, so we'll probably talk about that Luka trade in a different video again. But I was very shocked that the Dallas, I almost said Dallas Cowboys because that's how the GM's operating, the Dallas Mavericks didn't get Dalton Knecht in that trade. I thought for sure to get someone like Luka Doncic, they would have to give up a young blood. See, what the Lakers have done right there is what the Warriors should have done way earlier because, yes, I think Dalton Knecht is going to be a really solid NBA player, actually. I actually really like his game, and I think he's obviously a rookie. He's doing rookie shit. So earlier this week, I think there's a clip where JJ Redick got really pissed at him. I think he blew a play that was designed for him, and that's just some of the stuff you learn as you go. And I feel like, and I really, really feel like he has a future, especially with this Lakers thing. I think it would have been really nice. So the fact that he got shipped to Charlotte, North Carolina is crazy, and I really feel bad for him. I don't know how blindsided he was about this. Rob Pelinka is trying to save his job, obviously, so he's making some really bold moves. I hope Dalton Knecht doesn't take it to heart, because I feel like going from LeBron James and them, and like the prospect of him, like he was literally on the team 24 hours ago, fully committed. Like, oh, I'm about to play with LeBron James and Luka, and now he's playing with LaMelo and I think Miles Bridges is still on the team. I don't know. Yeah, that's rough. But the Charlotte Hornets have a very, very nice young core. Actually, they actually have a really nice young core that I'm really liking, which is why I would have liked them to go get a Brandon Ingram or some type of player that's like a pure scorer that has some years on him in the league, because I feel like they can use that. Like if they're serious about trending and becoming a really competitive team, there's some stuff. And this team, I know I've been preaching Mike Brown to the Wizards, and I think that's the best situation for that team and for him to be in. I'm really liking a move of Mike Brown going to the Charlotte Hornets as well. I really like the young core of the Charlotte Hornets. I think it is a race between the young core of the Charlotte Hornets and the young core of the Wizards, because they're both trending. I really like the players. Brandon Miller, there's a lot of players I like on both teams, so that's very interesting. Honestly, I really would have liked Dalton Knecht on the Wizards. I really would have liked that. That would have been tough. That would have been really tough. But yeah, so those are the most of the trade. I know the Knicks made a trade, but it wasn't anything like. I mean, it wasn't anything crazy. Bulls extended Lonzo. If I'm not mistaken, they extended Lonzo. So that was good. Daniel Tice got traded to the Oklahoma City Thunder, which is interesting. So, yeah, there are some trades. There are some trades that happen, and I'm really excited for the future of some of these teams and what's going on. And of course, we still have a couple hours left, or like about, I think like the trade deadline stops at 3 p.m. on Thursday, so we still have a couple hours left until the end of the NBA trade deadline, and then we go into the Super Bowl. Then a week after that, we go into the NBA All-Star Weekend stuff. And yeah, now I'm gonna turn it over to y'all. I'm looking over, just making sure that there's nothing going on. I still think the Denver Nuggets should make a trade. And I'm seeing some options that pair possibly Kevin Durant. I don't know. There's some things. I wouldn't be surprised if Kevin Durant is a Nugget by Thursday evening. So we'll see. But with that being said, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Warrior fans, how are you feeling about the acquisition of Jimmy Butler? Some are saying they wish they would have got rid of Draymond Green instead of Andrew Wiggins. I don't know. I think the defense between Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green, for what they need Draymond Green to do and who he can guard compared to Andrew Wiggins, I feel like is not a bad trade-off. Isn't it's like you had to give up something, and unfortunately, it was Andrew Wiggins. I really liked Andrew Wiggins' upside, but I think Andrew Wiggins is going to hate Pat Riley, but I think he can thrive with Eric Spoelstra in that system. I just think he's going to really hate that management there. Also, if you're a Pelicans fan or if you're a Raptors fan, how do you feel about that trade? I mean, that to me was the most random trade. I really didn't expect that to happen. And I really am curious what Brandon Ingram's feeling right now because I don't know. I still think Zion gets moved. I think Paul George gets moved too. I think the Sixers are done with the Paul George experiment. And I wouldn't be surprised if he goes back to the Clippers. I could see a world where Paul George goes back to the Clippers, or the Warriors make a push with Jonathan Kuminga or some other pieces and get them a Paul George, get them something. At this point, they're just like, yo, we're trying to go all in. Let's just get some veteranship. Now, you don't want to go too old because there's a lot of older players with a lot of injury history, and I'm telling you, they're not going to finish the whole season. But yeah, there's some things that can be happening. So yeah, tell me what you think about the trades. Tell me any moves that you wish to happen, that you see happening, any dream trades. Let me know. Much love to y'all. Peace.